Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is doing well. Right now, we're going to focus on the cosine rule, right? This is the last video of me teaching. The next one, we're going to do a couple of questions and then call it a day for trigonometry. Then jump to next chapters. So we have our triangle. We have our triangle ABC, and yes, just like I did say in the previous video, the way in which we name our sides for a triangle, you look at the angle opposite the side, and then we give it a small letter of that particular angle. So we have B, smaller b because they are opposite. We have A, smaller a because they are opposite. We have C, then smaller c because they are opposite, right? Yes, so now we are going to do something beautiful on this triangle. Construct a straight line, which is DC, right? You construct a straight line which is DC, and that straight line, it has to be perpendicular to AB, right? Then you will have two. Overall, you will have three triangles, but let's just focus on two triangles, particularly triangle DCB and triangle ACD, right? Yes. So on triangle DCB, right? Actually, I like CBD, so let me change it. Triangle CBD. This is, let me get the arrow. This is the triangle we are talking about, right? So for this triangle, in this triangle, when we use theorem of Pythagoras, what do we get? Here's what we get. So the longest side of the triangle, which is CB, it's A. So A squared equals to the C minus D squared plus H squared, which is the perpendicular height. That is just simple Pythagoras theorem, right? We go to the other triangle as well, same theorem of Pythagoras, we apply it, we get B squared, which is the longest side of the triangle, equals to D squared plus H squared, right? So right here you see it's just theorem of Pythagoras, nothing complicated, right? And now this is where the most interesting thing starts, and the derivation also of cosine rule comes in, right? So we have to write the both a's as the subject of the formula, right? So let us do that. So I'll say the first one, we have, here's h, so I'm transposing this one to the other side. We have h squared equals to a squared minus, then open bracket, c minus d close bracket squared, right? Very simple, nothing complicated. We just was like, okay, let's leave h squared that side, we make it subject of the formula, we transpose the c minus d all squared to the other side, and yeah, this is what we have. Another thing, let us break this. You will see this, you can continue to make the second run, this one that we have here in triangle ACD. You can try to make h subject of the formula without doing what I'm about to do now. You're still gonna end with the same results, but for now, just for the sake of perfection, let us expand it, right? So you have a squared minus, this is c squared. Yes, you have c squared minus 2cd, that will be plus 2d squared, right? Close bracket, we just multiply with a -1 outside there. We have a squared minus c squared plus 2cd, then minus d squared, right? That is what we have after expanding everything, and yeah, we can move on to the second guy. Number 2, if we write h squared as the subject of the formula, we are just going to transpose d squared. So that will be b squared minus d squared, right? And yeah, right now we have h squared for both equation 1 and equation 2. The next thing we're going to do is equate them together. From there on, we will do beautiful things, né? Beautiful things. So let's take it step by step. H squared is equals to h squared, and remember the reason we are even doing this, it makes sense. The h is here, right? The perpendicular height on both triangles is the same perpendicular height, right? That is why now we are saying h squared is equals to h squared, right? So we're gonna have something like this. We're gonna have a squared minus c squared plus 2cd minus d squared, right? And then is equals to b squared minus d squared. So now what I want us to do is we want to take everything here, transpose it to the other side so that we have a subject of the formula, right? So maybe I can do this, say subject of the formula, right? So now we're gonna try to write a as the subject of the formula and yeah, call it a day. So let us do that. You have a squared, that is equals to, you have c squared minus 2cd plus d squared. Maybe let me write minus d squared plus b squared, right? And then you have a squared, basically for some space, a squared equals to say b squared, this b squared plus c squared minus 2cd. That's it, because then this one they're gonna give us a 0, so we'll be left with 1 2 3 times 1 2 3. This is what we have now. So now I want to copy this. I want to copy it and let us paste it somewhere up here. In the spirit of cookology, we're going to cook this thing very, very well. Make sure that it marinates. Yeah, so you have that. I'm sure everything now is still clear. There's no confusion. We've just been doing a small algebra. Yeah, nothing really challenging. Now, the thing is now I want us to focus on something now. Let us focus on this. Cos A, right? Before we talk about cos A, I could say, okay, what is cos? Cos is soccer, so that is adjacent over hypotenuse, né? So we have angle A here. What is opposite angle A? No, not opposite. What is adjacent angle A is D, right? And the hypotenuse of angle A is what? Is B, right? So now I'll remove this and I'm gonna try to write D as the subject of the formula. To reach that, I multiply by B all over. Then I will have D is equals to B cos A, right? And I am done. Yeah, now this is the conclusion of what the cosine rule says, because now I'm going to take this and substitute it here where I'm seeing D. So I can just say, therefore, A squared is equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2CD. But for D, I'm going to write B cos A, right? And yes, so right here, my friend, we have derived the cosine rule, or basically in short we have this is what the cosine rule say. If they say if they ask you what does a cosine rule say, you will say in a triangle ABC, cosine rule, it says that a squared is equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2cb multiplied by cos a, right? And now I want to show you something, right? I want to show you something. Look at what's inside here. We have a squared and we have cos a. Do you see that? Keep it in your mind. And then now when you look at this, we do not see any a there, right? We see b squared and c squared, c and b, right? We do not see any a there, right? From this, it's easy to say that you can conclude to say that when you now continue further to find other side, you will have something like this. We can say therefore you would have b squared being equals to what? You have a squared plus c squared, right? B, C, right? And then you have minus 2 multiplied by A multiplied by C, right? And then cos, this cos, it's not going to be cos A, it's not going to be cos C, it's going to be cos B, right? And then the last one, C squared, that will be A squared plus B squared minus 2ab cos C. Then you are done. All right, you are done with cosine rule. This is just in short what cosine rule say. What's going on with this guy? So you have triangle ABC, right? I will write it here. Yeah, I hope you guys have all of this. Actually, you can pause the video and go back, you will find this. So we then say therefore for triangle ABC, right, which is like this. Say it could be any triangle ABC, it doesn't really matter at all, né? I'm just gonna draw mine, whether it's a scalene, isosceles, equilateral triangle, the logic is the same. But of course for equilateral triangle all sides are equal, so you don't need, yeah. So in this triangle A B C, right, where this is A, this is B, and this is C, you can then say that A squared equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC, and then cos A. All right, you can also say B squared equals to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B, right? And then the last one, you would then say A squared plus B squared minus 2AB, then this will be cos C. And then just like that, my friend, you are done with cosine rule. This is cosine rule, right? It's very easy to remember. Very easy to remember, right? You just know that if this is cos B, this is gonna be B squared, and you will not see any B's here. It's gonna be A squared plus C squared minus 2AC without the squares. Yeah, very easy. So now we're gonna do just a couple of problems and then we will close this. I have two problems we're gonna do in these questions. We are just finding unknown sides, or come on bro, we are just trying to find unknown sides or angles, if any, right? Cool. So we have our triangle here, ABC. So I'm gonna draw it up. A I hope this looks like a 70 degrees. I hope so. 70. It's A, B, C. Right, but no, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Wait, let me see. This have to be C, and then this will be B. And then therefore this will be small c. This is A, and this is come on, bro. This is B. This is B. Right. So I want to say also, once we start solving this problem, you might even find out that actually A, which is CB, side CB, is even smaller than B or C. So if that happens, I apologize. This is just to help us visualize things properly, right? But of course, then after you have the value of A or the value of side CB, you can then draw it properly, yeah. So let us cook now. You have B being what? Being 4. You have C being 9. Do you realize that sine rule? No. Let me say this. Do you realize that area rule and cosine rule, we use the two adjacent sides that forms a particular angle, right? For example, here the first thing we will find is what? It's gonna be A, because it's just easy to do it with the cosine rule, né? You have 70 degrees, which is angle A, and angle A is opposite A, side A. You have these two adjacent sides, and we know their magnitude, so we just use cosine rule to find A, right? And yeah, yes, or yes, bro. Okay, and then let's do that. Let us do that. I was going to suggest another thing also, because no. What I was gonna suggest is to use sine rule to find one of the angles later on, but we can actually make it be strictly cosine rule. We can use cosine rule strictly to find all the unknown angles. So yeah, let's start with A. You already know the formula: a squared b squared plus c squared minus 2cd bc cos A, right? This is the formula, and yep, so that will be a squared, that will be 4 squared, which is 16, plus 9 squared, which is 81, 2 into 4 into 9, and then multiply by cos 70 degrees, right? And in fact, just allow me to already put a square root here. Therefore, A equals to, we have 4 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 times 4 times 9 multiplied by cos 70, and we are getting 8.51, right? That is A. So A is 8.51. It's just like I said, ne? It's just like I said that it's just like I said that this side, it's just like I said. I was saying that when you find the magnitude of A, you might find it that it's actually smaller than 9, but like from this diagram, CB looks longer. So I'm gonna do a smaller twist to the triangle, just for the sake of perfection. So I'm gonna put this to be 70 degrees, and I'm gonna put this to be A, right? And this is gonna be C, therefore this will be C, which is equals to 9, and this will be A, which is equals to 8.51. That makes perfect sense, né? Cool. So now we have angle A, we have all the sides of the triangle. We can now actually use cosine rule to find one of the angles. Do you want to find a B or angle C? It's literally up to you which one you find first. Right, let us go with B. So for B, you would say that B squared equals to you have A squared plus A squared plus C squared minus 2AC minus 2AC, then you have cos B, right? So now angle B is the unknown angle which we are trying to find. Cool. We do substitution. Before substitution, okay, you can substitute right now, you would get the right answer. I prefer to do this. It's really safe for me. I prefer to rewrite this thing so that when I'm done rewriting it, all I do is just press the calculator and I get the answers and I'm done. So let us do that. So I transpose, okay, I'm gonna transpose cos this whole term. I'm gonna transpose it to that other side so that it becomes positive, and then I'm gonna take this one, bring it this side, right? And then later on I divide by 2AC. You understand? Cool. So I have 2AC cos B then equals A squared plus C squared minus B squared. A squared plus C squared minus B squared. That is cool. And then so I've transposed cos this side, I've transposed B this side. Now the next thing I do is I divide by 2AC. So I have cos B equals to that will be A squared plus C squared minus B squared all over 2AC, right? And then I can say therefore angle B is gonna be what? It's going to be equals to cos A squared plus C squared minus B squared 2AC. Oh, minus 1, I forgot that minus 1, so let me, yeah. So this is basically what I said. From here on, you just go to your calculator, put the numbers there, you find your value. So shift cos. What is the value of A? 8.51. 8.51. Actually, before that, let me just confirm that the value of A is correct. 4 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 times 4 times 9 cos 78. So this goes, so we go shift cos, and then we have A squared, which is 8.51 squared plus C squared, which is 9 squared minus B squared, which is minus 4 squared. Yes, it is minus 4 squared because b is equals to 4 and it's minus B. Yeah, then you have 2 multiplied by A, which is 8.51, multiplied by C, which is 9. Close bracket, just for the sake of perfection. So you are getting your angle to be 26.22 degrees. This is your angle. Do you understand? Yeah. So from here on now, what's happening? It becomes even easier for us to find the angle. What angle? The last angle, we have angle B, we have angle A. Now finding angle C, we will just say angle C. Angle C equals 180 degrees minus angle A minus angle B, right? And yeah, your raising angles of a triangle, they add up to 180. So you go to the calculator. 180 minus A, which is 70, minus B, which is we just calculated B, 26.22, right? And our angle happens to be what? Angle C happens to be 83.78 degrees. Now I want us to do something that's gonna really satisfy us. We are done with this, but let's do something that's really gonna satisfy us, right? We can exactly copy this from here. We can copy it exactly as it is and be like, therefore if we use C, it's gonna be C, angle C equals to, you have your cos minus 1, then it's gonna be A squared plus B squared minus C squared divided by 2AB, right? From just copying this now, we can conclude that for angle C we're gonna have something like this. We're gonna have something like this. Yeah, and from having something like this, we just substitute A 8.51 squared plus B, which is 4 squared, minus C, which is squared, and then you have 2 times A, which is 8.51, times B, which is 4, right? Yeah, then I close the bracket, and then the answer we get is what? It is 83.7 this one it's 74, right? Yeah, but so okay, here we got 83.78, here we got 83.774, right? But it is very clear, it is very clear that our answers, they are just apart by how many units? 0.04, right? They are actually very close to each other. So yeah, cosine rule, it really works, right? Cosine rule works. Right. Cool. I think there is a second question, which is the last one. On this question, look at it. We only have the sides K, L, M, K, M. Do you see it? So now what we are going to do is basically here we are just calculating our angles, and it is very good that we did A, because now from calculating our angles like this, we can use this same method to actually find our angles here, because this is our angles here are the only unknowns that are there. We have all the sides. So first thing first, just for clarity, we draw our triangle. I forgot that thing. Okay. And then I see the longest side here, it's this one, so this will be 10. I will make then this be L, M, wait, and then the shortest side, then this will be K, and then I have 5, Let me just do this. 5, then I have km 7, right? Cool. I can say 7 is what? Is small letter L, and then this one is small letter K, this one is small letter M, right? So from there I can just copy exactly this and be like, okay, therefore angle K is equals to cos L squared plus M squared minus K squared, right? Then this is 2L M. Then we close it. Do you see it? From just copying this, right? Yeah. And then we go again, angle L. Oh no, angle L cos then you're gonna have K squared plus M squared minus L squared 2km. Then the last one, which is M, you have K squared minus plus L squared minus M squared 2km, right? So now we're just gonna write the values of these angles. What we're gonna do is just put on the values on the calculator, we get our answers, and we are done, right? So L, we are focusing on angle K now. L is 7, so we have 7 squared plus M 5 squared minus 10 squared, right? It's 7 squared plus 5 squared minus 10 squared. Then here we have 2 times 7 times 5, right? 2 times 7, which is L, times 5, which is M, and we are getting 101 degrees point 8, right? No, 111 degrees point 111.8 degrees, right? Yeah. Let's go again for the second one. Cos K, it's 10, so we have 10 squared plus M, which is 5, plus 5 squared minus L, which is 7 squared, then 2 times 10 times 5, right? Let's make sure the values are fine. So it's K squared, which is 10, 5 squared, which is M, 7 squared minus 7 squared, yes, and then 2 multiplied by K, which is 10, M, which is 5. So that's fine. We have 40.54, right? And let's do the last one. Cos, okay, this K squared, that is 10 squared plus 7 squared minus 5 squared, and then 2 times 10 times 7, right? We end up with 27.66 degrees. I forgot the degrees here. So then now we are done with this question. Now we have calculated all the unknown angles. So now we can actually do what? Add all these values for our satisfactions. Once we get 180 degrees, we know cosine rule works, and we were not doing nonsense here. So let us do that. 111.8 plus 40.56 plus 27.66. Oh, do you guys see that? So we are getting 180.2 degrees, 180.02, which is, we round it off to the nearest whole number. The value we will be having is actually 180. Yeah. Wait. I just want to see, like, for 27, if I think I might have done something wrong there. I just want to see. So 10 squared plus 7. Cool. 2 times 10 times 7. Yeah, no, the rounding off is fine. Everything's fine. So yes, guys, this is cosine rule, and thank you very much for staying in. Please do say if you have any issue. Thank you very much.